There we go. Now it's recording. So welcome to everybody that is new on my show. I'm Lemore Weber, and I will be continuing our Prima Mixed Media Journal, our year in review that we have started. Now, where did the actual journal go? I have this full thing sitting here. Let me just go grab the journal because I think I left it in the other room. Okay, so for those of you that are new and haven't seen this, I'll just show it to you very, very quickly and we'll get started. So this is the Mixed Media Journal, and you can get this journal at Your Memories Here. And I know that Christina, the owner of Your Memories Here, is on. So you can go ahead and put the link on there, or Yvonne is the moderator tonight, so she can put the link up. So this is the journal we created using pan pastels and the collection. What collection did we use? Rondelle collection by Prima. Okay. So we haven't done the inside yet, but this is the outside. And then these are one of the tags that comes along with it, which is really, really cute. Is it upside down? No. There we go. Okay. And then... oh, awesome. Welcome. And then this is the other one. And it's hard to see. Lots of techniques actually on here. We use some of those goosebump sprays. Really hard to see. It gives it a really funky texture. And of course, the Prima Resist, Canvas Resist with the pan pastels on here. That's what these are, these flowers. And then here's the back side. And this is actually the screen. This is one of these screens like this, which is awesome. Okay. No problem. Log off, you guys, and come back on. I know Ustream, when lots of people are getting on, has a hard time to catch up. Okay. And then this one is a little bit more grunge, which is really fun. And lots of the cool little Prima embellishments, a little bit of some vintage ones that I found along the way. And I think some Lindy Stamp Gang. And then here is, we use the packaging from the light bulb to create a cute little hot air balloon. So you guys can go back and watch all the videos because they're on there, so you can catch yourself up. And this is the last show we did last week, I believe it was. And once again, using pan pastels with the Canvas Resist, lots of layering, and really, really cute page. And then this is the other side. And oh, my words are coming off. I better glue them with something a little bit heavier. These canvas letters are beautiful, but I find that the adhesive is not fabulous on them. So you kind of have to give them a little bit of an extra adhesion so that they sit a little bit nicer. Okay. So that is it. That's what we've done so far in our year in review. Okay. So thank you so much. Okay. So I'm going to put this off to the side and let's get started. And I kind of want to whiz, I always say this, but I really do want to whiz through some of the pages tonight. And, you know, that's what I want to do. And I'm thinking what I'd like to do is I'd like to use one of these just regular, let's do a funky canvas one. Let's do a Canvas Resist. But this time we'll use, oh, are you guys, is everybody having problems? I just want to ensure that people can see me. You have my table? Okay. Okay, so everybody can see me. There's just a few people that are having problems. All right. Okay, so as you can see, it shows you that this is a Canvas Resist, right? You can see the damask a little bit. So it shows up even better once you spray it. So what I'm going to do is, because this is the collection that we're using the Rondelle collection. And I'm not sure that if you guys, Yvonne, if you want to put the link, if you haven't already, for Your Memories Here, you can get this paper line by Prima at Your Memories Here. It's such a beautiful paper line, like just so beautiful. It has so many different dimensions, and oh, it's just so fun. So like, look at that, right, with the beautiful bird, and So we'll be using this paper collection throughout our journal. But these are the colors that I'm using. So what I want to do is I kind of want to match that. And I've got some Lindy Stamp Gang sprays right here. And I really like the gray in that collection. So that's what I'm going to stick to. And I'm just going to shake this up, because with Lindy Stamp Gang, you can shake them up. And just want to make sure it's one of my new sprayers. Okay. This is a brand new one. I just filled this up. That's right. You can use the discount code LeeMoore, and you'll get 20% off the entire store except for all the, what do you call them? CHA pre-orders. Those are not eligible, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray. Now, this is a two-tone spray. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Starburst sprays. Lindy Stamp Gang Starbursts are two-tone. So this Gregarious Gray actually has a pink in it. So it's like pink and gray, which is so beautiful. It's my favorite. So I'll show you as it comes to life. Okay. And so it's got the pink is the mica that's in it. So it creates a really cool two-tone effect. And what I'd like to do is I'd actually like to show you what it looks like on a white piece of paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take one of my white pieces of paper from this journal so that you can actually see the really cool effect. It's Lindy Stamp Gang, and the name of it is Gregarious Gray. So it's a two-tone spray, okay? And if I spray it on here, you might actually be able to see the pink. And I'm going to take maybe my dryer so that once it's dry, you'll be able to see the two-tone in it. But I just really want you to get the full effect of it, because it's kind of hard for the camera to pick it up. And because it has a two-tone, it creates the really coolest designs on your paper. You can really create some really fun drippage with it, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm pushing it with my heat gun. You see a little pink? I mean, it's really prominent if you see it in person. I'm going to kind of move it around, and hopefully you can see a little bit of that pink shimmer. Not sure if it picks it up or not. Camera it's kind of hard to see, but anyway. Trust me, it's absolutely stunning if you saw it in person. So that's what I have here right now. I have a little bit of gray and a little bit of pink. And it is a permanent ink, you guys. I'm going to shut this off for a minute so you can hear me. It is a permanent ink, so it's a textile dye ink. And that means that it's meant for like textile, like cloth, right? So it is a permanent ink. It's not water-based. So when you mix the colors, when they're completely dry, they don't mesh into one nasty color, like, you know, that army green color. It just literally starts to, you get a color over top of a color rather than colors blending, which is really beautiful. Okay. Yeah, Lindy's is amazing. Yeah, I have an ad 2 right now, so it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Welcome. No worries about being late. No such thing as being late on this show. Bridget, did you get your thing figured out? I know you're having some issues. Lots of people on tonight, you guys. It's awesome. The views keep going up, so that's really great. So nice to see so many. All right, so that's fairly, no, it's not. Look at the back. It's not dry. Not dry at all. What do you mean craft to the corner? I'm confused. You can't see me? I am going to CHA. Who's Bluebell 3? What's your actual name so I know who you are? Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that sucks, girl. I'm sorry you can't. Me? You are so funny. Okay, I don't have, I barely have anything left of this Cosmopolitan pink. Oh, I have another one here, which is good. And then I have some Royal Crimson Fire, which is a glitz. So these are starbursts, and then the glitz are just the shimmers. So I want a little bit of more pink shimmer. And so I'm going to give it a little bit of pink shimmer. All right, just like that. Oh, it's so pretty. I just love this canvas resist, you guys. And if you saw the amount of shimmer this has, you'd die. It's like diamonds. It's like diamonds, and they're a girl's best friend. Oh, I missed who said if I'm coming to... you want that bottle at CHA? Okay, girl. You know, on my camera, it doesn't show that it's the color's very clear. So I'm hoping that you guys can actually see how beautiful this is. It shows it very, I don't know, muted. I'm just drying this page really well because if I'm going to adhere anything to this page, it's not going to stick very well. Yvonne, Kinder Stampo is Jessica. Okay. Just needed to give that a little bit of a quick dry. And the only thing I want to do is I want to wipe my table because I'm going to get pink all over the place. Maybe you can see it better on the... Look how shiny my beautiful cloth is. I just love it. So anyhow, I'll put that there. And so what I'm going to do is, because I wanted a little bit of gray, and I'm going to use this photo right here and this photo right here. These two little photos of Ava drinking her little shake. Okay. So I'm going to cut these up. And I print this on a photo printer that I have at home because I really love the way they turn out. Sometimes I like it better than when I go and get them printed. And it's funny, you know what? I was on a show with Tanya last night, and she said the same thing, that she likes the photos that she prints at home better than the ones at the photo lab sometimes. And it's so true. I don't know. If you have a good photo printer, it totally works. Oh, do you guys use your inked up baby wipes? They're totally awesome to play with, huh? Okay. So we're going to do a fairly simple page for this guy today because I really want to show you a really cool technique for the next page. So what we're going to do next is we're going to use, I am going to show you, we're going to use this beautiful punch right here. One of my favorite punches by Martha Stewart. And we're going to create a cool little border. Just grabbing my paper, hang on. Woo! I was sitting on it and I couldn't quite get it off. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a little border. And of course, I keep reusing my scraps, right? Never throw anything out. Ever, 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 ever. Hey, Miranda. Welcome to the show. Welcome, welcome. Okay, and what we're going to do is this is kind of going to sit right here. It's a little bit too, is it too big? No, it's not actually. So it's kind of perfect. So we're going to do a little bit of layering. And this punch is kind of dying on me lately. So I'm hoping that it'll work for the show. It's my #1 used punch. So I think it gets a little bit abused at times. I don't even know what punch this is, but it's my absolute favorite. So if you don't have it, go get it. That's my recommendation. Yeah, it's having a hard time punching. All right. And I always start in the middle and then I go to the sides. People ask me why I do that. I have no idea. I just do. That's just how I punch. Go to the middle and then do the sides. Come on, baby. There we go. Okay. And the new thing right now is doing layered punching. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my most favorite Prima tool and I'm going to distress the sides here. And, oh, I'm using the wrong thing. I wanted to use that thing, but that really worked. And for those of you that don't have this tool, get it. It's the best. Oh, you got to log back in if the chat keeps kicking you out. It's really annoying. Ustream, there's a lot of people on the show tonight, you guys, and so Ustream can be a little bit annoying sometimes when that happens, okay? And what I want to do is I want to keep layering. So I'm going to do one more layer that's a little bit smaller than this guy. So I really, because I have the grays on here, I really want to use the gray that's on this side. So I'm just going to move this off to the side and I'm going to cut and use a different punch to create a different layer, okay? So just like that. And for those of you that just got on the show, like I said, you can get a you can get this paper line, which is the Rondell paper line, at Your Memories Here. Hey, Shauna. Welcome. So nice to see you on here. And I promise you guys, please remind me to show you my, I promised you guys I would show you my CHA work, okay? So I promise you I'll do that. Oh, I wanted to do it smaller, not bigger, but however, that kind of works. No, we'll do it smaller because I want the photos to sit on this gray. So I want a little bit smaller, but see, I'm not a measurer. How many of you are not measurers? I am like the last person that measures anything. I hate to measure. Unless I'm doing a class, you won't see me measuring anything. Woo! It's like, who likes to measure? Too much math. That's what I say. You measure? Oh, yeah, well. Good. I like to live on the edge too, you guys. I live on the edge. Let me grab another punch now. And I just bought this punch, and so I really want to use it. It's an EK Success. Where's the name? Yeah, it's an EK Success punch, and I really love it because it's got the little release in the back, and then ta-da, it opens up. So I really like that. So I'm going to go ahead, and once again, I punch from the middle, and I just find this punch a little bit hard sometimes, and then I line it up. And my pocket is beeping. Somebody texting me. Who's Bluebell again? I forget. You told me, and she asked me whether I'm coming to CHA, but I don't know who it is. Isn't that gorgeous punch? I love it. EK Success. I don't know the name of it, but it's very pretty. I know, right? Definitely put it on the wish list. But with all the new CHA releases, you guys, I'm going to be broke. Like, seriously. Oh, it's Barb. Okay. Oh, that really hurt my hand. I've got, look at, you could do some fun confetti with the amount of stuff that you have on here. Just throwing that out. All right. So I'm putting that down, and it gives me just a little bit of just a different, what do you call it? A different edging, which I really, really love. Okay. And I'd love to crop the pictures, but I kind of can't because I already cropped them when I was designing them a little bit, so I can't really do that. But what I want to do is I find that there's still a little bit of space here. So you guys know what I'm going to use, right? I am actually going to use a Prima packaging. I am. So let me see if there's one that's kind of half open. Oh, here's one that's almost open. So one of my favorite things to use is the Prima packaging, because look how beautiful that packaging is. Right? Like, I just absolutely love them. So what I'm going to do, and I don't want it to say Prima flowers, so I'm going to cut that piece off. And we're going to do that. Just like that. So lots of layering. And what I want to do too is I kind of want to distress my photo. And because they're a little bit thin, I got to watch that I'm not wrecking the photo too much. Okay. Because I printed it on pretty thin paper. Yes. Oh my gosh. Miranda, how the heck did you win that? Oh my gosh. I want your winnings. You lucky duck. You lucky, lucky duck. I hate you. I am so mad at you. I wanted it. Okay, I just wanted it. I think I'm going to put this way so that I can see. I'm just playing with it. Can you guys see that? I really want to see the layers on this thing, and I'm finding that I kind of cut a little bit too high. Ooh, I know what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half, and I'm not going to use my trimmer. I'm just going to use it like this. And I'm going to put one up here, just like that, peeking out, and then another one on the bottom, just like that, so that I can kind of see them on either side. And bring it down just a little bit. And actually, if I cut this one in the middle, the same thing will happen. All right. See, that's how you make layers. You just keep playing. Because I want to be able to see all of those beautiful, beautiful layers. Just like that. Okay. Am I off camera? I'm sorry. Okay, cool. Is it okay? You missed how I did the 2 rows? Let me lift it up for you. Okay, so what I did is I kind of cut. So I have one layer here. I cut everything in half. And then I just started layering the big piece, the little pieces, and then another little piece and another little piece. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. So now that everything is layered, it's kind of easier to see, okay? Except this, I want it to be poking out a little bit, just like that. And in fact, I really like, do I like that edge better? No, I like this edge. So this is what I want to do. I want this to peek out just like that. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start placing some of this stuff down. And I'm going to plug in my hot glue gun because I forgot to do that. And then after this page, we're going to do a really, really fun page. Okay, and I'm going to use my Helmar 450 Quick Dry, which is for sure my favorite adhesive. And I'm going to just lift this off, and I'm going to start applying some of this stuff down. You guys have to start using your packaging. Never throw out your packaging. It's like one of the funnest things to use. It's like an extra thing, free thing, right? All right. And because I'm using a canvas page, I want to ensure that I'm using some sort of fabric type glue. Otherwise, it's going to come off. Okay. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to apply this one. Oh, sorry, hang on. I got to apply this one over the top right here. And what I like to do is I don't like to put too much glue on things so that I can start to tuck things underneath as I start to layer. Okay. Yeah, you can get them at Your Memories here if you guys post the link. And you get 20% off, which is fab. Just for being on this show. How awesome is that? So I like to glue not right on the edge, but a little bit off the edge so that I can tuck stuff in if I need to. And then I just put lots in the middle if I can. Something's happening with my glue that's not coming out very well. That's all right. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. All right, and then we're going to put this way. And I just want to make sure, yep, just like that. So we'll apply this to that. And then this to this. Just like so. Awesome. Ooh, I can't wait to start embellishing this awesome page. And what I want to do is I wanted to frame a little bit the pictures, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that with gesso a little bit later. So I'm going to apply the photos, and we're going to start embellishing this lovely page. You're not brave to do videos? Who said that, Amy? Okay. Just like that. And now you can see all the beautiful layers. And I'm going to get a closer shot for you guys so you guys can see so far. This is a really simple page, nothing crazy, but it is a mixed media journal, so you don't want to go crazy all the time. We've done some pretty intricate pages. So this is just one simple way to start to create layers in on your pages, okay? And then the next thing that I want to do is I want to start embellishing a little bit. So I'd like to use the butterflies that we never ended up using the last show. So I'm going to pull those out, and I really like some of those green teal type colors on here. It's kind of hard to see, but there's some gray and teals in there. So I really want to start to accentuate that a little bit. So these Prima flowers are called Rondelle Collection Papillons. Okay, aren't those butterflies beautiful? And they have so much shimmer in them and a beautiful little gem in the middle. I love that. I love these butterflies. I'm kind of hoarding them. It's like every time I want to use them, I don't, because I just love them too much. And the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to take, where is it? I'm going to take the beautiful flowers that correspond with this collection. And hang on, I'm going to grab some more. And these beautiful white ones. And I'm going to spray them with a little bit of gray. These are older flowers. They're called Calcutta Dogwood Bright White. I'm not sure we have them at the store on Your Memories here. But I did have them in my stash, and I really wanted to use them. And the other thing that I like to do is, hang on, I'm trying to find it. I love to use these Prima Canvas Resist, which I'm just trying to find the one I'm looking for. And here is some of the clocks that we'll use. I'm just pulling some stuff out, guys. Hang on. Okay. So I found some more Canvas Resist, which I really love, because with Lindy Stamp Gang, those Canvas Resist things look awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a few of them. This is from an older collection. This is from the Almanac collection. But if you look, I mean, Prima comes out with so many, like there's this one, there's just so many that you can get from every collection. So I just mix and match them within the collections. I just love it. Everything kind of fits together because it's white, right? Okay. So I'm going to grab, let's see, something that I like here. I really love that chair. I love the key, but that doesn't really go. I love the dress form. Doesn't really go. Mind you, a dress form can kind of go anywhere, right? I like the key to my heart. I really like that. So I'm going to grab a key, and there's a couple different keys on here, which is beautiful. There's a few actually. So I really like those. Okay, so I'm going to use those. And actually they punch out. There's more things that just punch out. So it looks more like a key. So I really like that. Isn't that beautiful? And so I'm going to put this to the side and spray it with a little bit of, I really like a little bit of a darker pink. This is the Wild Honeysuckle Coral. And it's a Starburst spray by Lindy Stamp Gang. And there's almost nothing left. And I'm going to give it a little bit of gray, and you'll start to see the Canvas Resist coming out. Okay. And I'm just going to take my paper towel, and I can go ahead and wipe some of that off. And you can start to see the beautiful colors that pop out. Can you see that? Isn't that beautiful? I love those. Can you guys see the colors? I'm just wondering. I just want to ensure, because it's hard for me to see on the camera. It doesn't show like the colors are coming out okay. So I don't know. Okay. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure. And they dry pretty quickly. See, I just want to let you know, you guys, the thing about Lindy Stamp Gang sprays is that because they're so misty, you'll find that things that you spray are not saturated, which is really nice because it doesn't take very long for it to dry. Sometimes when you spray too much, it saturates your page and it warps it too much, right? So what I really love about Lindy Stamp Gang sprays is that they mist versus, you know, glob on and spray too much water. Does that make sense? So just wanted to let you guys know, for those of you that have never used it before. So we're going to use this on the page, and then I'd like to use some more of these beautiful clocks. And this is, it's called Rondell 559212. I'm not sure if it's at the store or not right now. But what I did, one of the last shows, I cut one of my clocks in half. Because they're wood pieces, I just took my Tim Holtz scissors and cut it in half. And yeah, I totally broke the back end off, but I can still use the other half and tuck it somewhere on my page, right? So anywhere, because remember, I don't glue all my edges, so I can actually tuck it anywhere or in between my flowers and stuff like that, right? So I'll be using that. And then I really like this little saying that says, cherish every moment. So we'll be using that for sure. And then I do want to grab a couple little, do I want to do butterflies? Maybe. And then I do want to use this within my flowers, which you'll see how I'm going to use it. I'm going to cut it in half, which you guys know I love to use my doilies, right? And these are actually vintage doilies that I got at a craft, or not a craft store, a, what do you call it? Like a vintage store. Antique shop. Thank you. I couldn't even think of the word. My brain is gone. It's like completely gone. Now, I wanted to see, I haven't looked at these before, and I wanted to see if there was anything in here I could use. Oh, this is so pretty. Okay, but I'm not using them. I wanted to see them. They're so pretty, and they have little beautiful tiles. Just had to pull that out. Okay. So let's go ahead and grab our flowers. So I'm going to use one big one to kind of center. And it's kind of going to go, mind you, it's kind of going to go down here a little bit because the holes are right here. So I want to watch that I'm not covering the holes. So always watch that you don't cover the holes, okay? So I'm going to do that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck this doily right underneath, just like that. And it gives it a really nice, beautiful curve. And we're going to spray this, but I just want to first play around by laying my flowers out. Okay. And so I really love this awesome polka dot one. So, so pretty. And because we have some peach on here, then I'll use some of these beautiful peachy ones as well. Okay. So you just want to watch that you're not covering your photo and you're not covering your holes, right? And then I'm grabbing these little ones and I'm kind of tucking them underneath. I'm going to play with this a little bit. This one's not very bulky, so we need a couple more just to pull it up a little bit. Right? That's how you layer, and just watch the hole. Know where your holes are. And then I'm just moving this around a little bit. And once I kind of have the feel for it, we need a few leaves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these beautiful leaves that come with the collection, and these are called Plume. Okay. And we're going to grab, I really like the teal, right? Like the butterflies. So I want to give these little flowers the teal leaves. Look how beautiful that looks. And I'm going to show you a really cool trick on how to color your photos, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this leaf so that it doesn't cover the hole. Yes. Yes, Ava, you can. Yes. Sorry, that was Ava asking if she could have some coconut water. Really cute. All right. So the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck this over here so that you can see cherish every moment. And I don't know where that flower came from. Don't know. But this can kind of go here, and we might put a little flower there. But we might tuck, I'm not sure where we're going to tuck this key. Maybe this way. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I might cut it. You know that? I might just cut it so that it's poking out somewhere. And then just kind of tucking. It's all about tucking and moving around until we kind of get the feel of it. Ooh, I love that. I'm going to cut it. I've made an executive decision. And because then I can tuck it in right here, and it can be a really, really long key. And then maybe it can come out right here or something. Right? That's how you can kind of get away with it. All right. Okay, so I really do love the white, but I want to give it a little bit of gray to kind of go with the photo. And these flowers have so much glitter, they really got on my photos right now. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this puppy. Probably tuck it underneath somewhere, but I'll play with it in a moment. So I'm going to pull all this off. I know it's crazy that we set it all out. I think I can remember how we did it, but I want to go ahead and spray. So I'm going to do that. I already forgot what it looks like. And I'm going to take my Gregarious Gray again, and maybe you'll be able to see the pink shimmer in it on the flowers. But they're so pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to give it a quick dry. There are so many people on the show. It's just so awesome. Welcome, welcome. There are so many new people. I love it. Aw, thank you. I love you, Miranda. Woo! Too bad you're not coming to CHA, girl. We would just have a blast. We would rock that joint. We would rock it. I'm going to use my trusty... Oh, do I have it set on low? Oh, darn it. See, I turned it on, but I have it set on low. How dumb was that? That wasn't very smart. Not so smart at all. All right, so we're going to tuck that underneath here. And then we're going to tuck the leaf, the nice big leaf. And I'm just going to use my Helmar until my glue gun starts to work. And something is happening with my glue. I think I left it open. I've been doing so many CHA projects, you guys, that I have been leaving things just open and dirty and messy everywhere. It's pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. Okay, and I'm tucking this underneath. And see what happens when you use hot glue gun, it's kind of hard to lift. So sometimes it is better to use this kind of stuff that dries a little bit slower, right? Okay, and you know what I forgot is I forgot to tuck this guy. See, so let's lift this because it still has some glue. And I can go ahead and put that underneath. Perfect. And then now you can still see the doily. Can you guys see okay? I feel like my camera angle is a little bit weird today. I didn't set it up very well, so I'm sorry about that. Okay, and then I'm going to put this one over here, just like that. And this one does need a little bit of a leaf, but it needs a little bit of a smaller one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this little one, and I think we sprayed these last time, and we kind of cut them up. So I'm going to tuck this underneath there. Okay, good. Come on, baby, come out. Nothing worse than when your glue doesn't work, right? Especially during a show. It's really annoying. Okay, so we'll tuck that in there. And then where's my other white one? Oh, it's right beside me. You look for something that is right in front of your face, right? That's how it works. Right, you guys? That's just how life works. All right, so we're going to tuck this one kind of underneath here, just like so. And then what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm actually going to cut this one so that it doesn't cover the hole. And we will have the leaf kind of come out this way because the hole is right here, right? Just something to watch for when you're creating something, because then you'll go ahead and you'll want to put your ribbon through and you won't be able to, right? And as long as you're not covering your photo, then you're kind of okay. So I'm not sure where I had this guy. I can't even remember, and I really don't want to cover her drink. So I'm thinking I might tuck it underneath here. No, I don't like that. Now I'm playing with it. I like that. I'll just tuck it a little bit over top of the other one. This is what happens when you take things off and you don't remember how you put them on, right? Okay. So that goes there, and this one kind of goes like right here or something like that. There's no specific place for it to go anyway. It's all creation. Does CHA ever come to Canada? I don't know. The next CHA, Summer CHA, is in Las Vegas, so that should be super fun. So I'm hoping lots more people will get to go. That will be really, really fun if some of my crafty friends could go there. This is Helmar 450, which is for sure my favorite glue, but you guys, usually it doesn't act up like this. I literally think I left it open, which is so not good. So I think that's why I'm having such a hard time getting glue out right now, which is hilarious. And then this puppy, I kind of want to tuck him in a way that looks good. So that's kind of what I'm playing with right now. And I think right there will look good. I'm not loving this orangey flower, I gotta tell you. I might pull it out. It's just not doing it for me. Not doing it. But this pink one looks much better. It's a little crushed, but doing much, much better. So let's add that in there. And then we'll tuck this puppy in here, just like that. Just want to make sure that's not Yvonne. Nope. Okay. Somebody was texting me. And then this guy, I'm going to put here where it says cherish every moment. Okay. I can spray the orange flower. I'm just not going to. It's too bright. I have so many other ones in front of me that it was just easier to grab another one. Okay, so I'm going to show you something really fun in a moment. I'm just going to add the butterfly right here. And I just add, for the butterfly, I want the wings to kind of flap. Or not flap, but at least kind of stay up. So what I'd like to do is I just put a little bit of glue in the middle. Just like that. So what I want to show you is, let me just go grab it because I don't have it right in front of me. It's a spray. Hang on. And this spray, this is a flat Fabio, but you can use this with any Lindy Stamp Gang Starburst spray. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to paint the photo because this is a permanent spray. It's not water-based. This is really cool. And this is kind of a teal, okay? This is actually called T-Bird Turquoise. So it's turquoisey. And then I'm going to take a very thin brush. I'm not going to dip it in any water. And I'm going to go ahead and color her drink in the teal. And this is archival safe, which is really awesome. So it's not going to warp your photos or anything. I do this all the time. It's actually an awesome way to color your photos. Because it's not water-based, then it's permanent. It just kind of stays on there. Isn't this fun? It's a really cool technique that you can use in your projects, in your photos. It's like your own little Photoshop that you can create. Okay, so now she's got a really cool teal drink. I'm using, okay, you missed it. Okay, this is the Flat Fabios by Lindy Stamp Gang. Okay, and so they're a spray that's permanent. And so you can go ahead and color any surface. So right now what I'm doing is I am coloring her drink. Okay, so that it matches with the rest of my page. And that's the beauty if you print your photos in black and white or sepia, because you can go ahead and color them with your Lindy Stamp Gang sprays, right? And because I have some left over, I can go ahead on my edges of my flowers and just give them a little bit of a turquoise kick. Just a little bit. Nothing crazy. Just to kind of help it match a little bit. I don't want too much. Just a little bit. And then I'm just going to wipe that excess off. But isn't that a cool technique? And then don't go ahead and don't take your dryer and try and dry your photo. Just let it dry on its own, you guys. Because if as soon as you do that, you are going to warp your photo. Okay? But this is a really fun way to just add a little bit of splash of color and tie it in to your page, right? It just ties it all in. And so it's really, really great. Okay, so that's kind of the page. And so what I want to do is I find that it's not as gray as I want it to be, so I want to add a little bit more gray on the sides. But to do that, I am going to use my awesome chalky Prima, my Prima chalks. If I have a gray, I think I do. I do. This is called Attic Dust, and I love these guys. They're like full of ink. Christina, do you have these in your store? I love them. So I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges with my Prima chalk. And it'll just kind of tie it and grunge it up just a little bit. Okay. Ustream is not so hot right now. It's not being very nice. It wasn't being very nice last night either when I was on Tanya's show. So I'm sorry about that. It's a free service, so sometimes we got to put up with its, you know, annoyingness. You know what I mean? Okay, good. You carry them in the store. Awesome. You guys, these are like a must-have. I flippin' love these. I use them all the time. And I still, like, I don't know how long I've had this since they came out. And I use this gray, like, quite a bit. So go ahead and pick some up. So what I want to do before I move on is I actually love this clear space because I can go ahead and either what do you call it, stamp or leave it for journaling. I'm going to go ahead and stamp it. And let's see, do I have any Prima stamps here? I have a million. I just don't know if I brought them here. Hang on. I wanted to do a little words. Give me a moment. I do. I have some. Hang on. Okay, so I have these guys. These are really, really cute. These are those cute little spools, but I don't really want to use that. Let me grab the one I want. Hang on. I can't find it because you know what? I have a million stamps and I should have grabbed it before the show started. So I'm going to do that after the show. But there's a cute little Prima stamp that I just love, and I thought I had it. But that's okay. So that's what I would do. I do a cute little stamp. So let's move this page off to the side. That's it with this page. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to show you, we sprayed this page, but I'd like to use it for something else. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, I don't want to do the back side of this, so I don't want to use the canvas side of this, so I'm going to actually glue this page onto here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that with some hot glue. I just need to get another stick. And I don't usually use hot glue for this, but it is canvas, so it'll probably be better if I do that. Okay, just like that. Oh, oops. Okay, hang on. Let me mod you again. Give me a moment. Okay, so hang on, you guys. I'm just modding Yvonne because she just got unmodded for a second. Now I can't find you. Hang on. Where are you? There you are. I found you. Make mod. Okay, you're good. You're mod again. All right. There we go. All right. So what I want to do, this is a really fun technique. And I'm going to show you actually a CHA project right now so you can see the technique that we're about to do, okay? So this is a CHA project that I just finished for Fab Scraps. Can you guys see this okay? Yes? Just want to make sure. So I'm going to show you how I did the technique, how I did this background, okay? So that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to show you how I did this cool background. All right, this is all using Fab Scraps paper. Susie, I just said I'm going to show you guys how to do this, all right? Thank you. I know I didn't do an art journal for CHA. Okay, good. So I'll show you this up close, but it's got tons of Lindy Stamp Gang sprays, lots of mixed media, lots of really fun stuff, okay? So I promise I'll post a really cool picture of it after CHA. But you guys get the first sneak peeks, all right? And by the way, this right here, I don't know if you can see this. This is a light switch that I got at some, I don't know where I got it. All right, so I'm going to put that off to the side. And what you want to do now is you want to take all your scraps, every scrap that you have, and we're going to create this page. So what you want to do is you want to cut perfect squares. So I'm going to do squares of 3x3s and 2x2s. And then you want to create, so this one's 3x3. So you actually want to measure this one a little bit because it actually makes a difference when you're doing this type of page, okay? All right, so you'll have 3x3s. You'll have a nice long one like this. This is perfect. I'm going to do smaller squares because it is a smaller page. I want to cut kind of those excess pieces off. Hang on, my phone's ringing. I don't know why it's ringing, but anyhow. Okay, just like that. Perfect. And then I'm going to do 2x2. Oh, what happened? Is everything okay? What happened, shoe princess? Okay. So this is 2x2, and then I can use this one as well. That's fine. And so this is the best thing to use with your scrap paper. And then what I want to do is I want to do some long lines, little strips like this. Okay. So I'm going to do several of those long strips, and then we'll do little squares, like maybe 1 by 1. Okay. You guys are wondering, what is she doing? But trust me, this is a really, really cool background that we're going to create. You just trust me, okay? You just trust me. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, I think that's more than enough. If we don't have enough, I'll cut some more. And I really like this strip right here, so I'm going to use that too. There's a strip right on the corner there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my page, and I'm actually going to apply another page over top of it. So I really love this one right here. I love that edging, and I really want it to show through. And I kind of really love this one too. So, you know what? I'm thinking we'll do this edge right here. Okay. So I'm going to cover that up, and then I'll make the holes. I'll make sure I do the holes. I'm not going to cover it up all the way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the edges, actually. That's what I'm going to do, so that the edges show through. Just the edges, and then I'm going to dry it up. And this is mixed media paper, so it soaks it up really, really good. Can you guys see the pink right now? Because I can see it. This is Gregarious Gray. So it's got a pink and a gray in it, which is really pretty. Okay. And then I'm too impatient to wait for it to dry. So I am actually going to go ahead and pat some of it off. And then I'll let that settle in a moment. And then I'm going to actually have to measure and figure out how much to leave. I know I'm going to measure. Shame on me, right? Shame. Shame, shame, shame. All right, so I'm going to do about, because this whole page is by 7, so I'm going to do 6.5 by, this is by 9, 6.5 by 8.5. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this on the side, and I'm going to measure 6.5 by 8.5. So we'll do 6.5 by 8.5. And hopefully that should be enough. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to distress it, because I love the distressed look. This is how I created that entire page that I did for CHA. Did it hurt your heart? I have so much of it that I'm okay with it. Actually, I don't have that much of this paper left. I shouldn't say that. I've used so much of it up. I don't have much left. But that's okay. There's always more paper, you guys. Just cut it up. Don't be shy. I really like it on the top here. And I really like that. And I'm going to go ahead and ink those edges anyway, so they'll look a little bit darker. But then I'm going to go ahead and tuck and apply this entire page to it. Okay. Ooh, that's hot. That is hot, baby. Hot, hot, hot. Okay, just like that. All right. So now we're going to do the really cool effect, all right? You ready? So we're going to start by placing squares, okay? And I like to use multimedia. So I am going to use my gel multimedia. This one's gloss, so I'm going to ensure that I'm not putting anything over top. But I'm going to take my brush, and I'm going to apply them and start stacking them. This is really cool. Hopefully I can do this technique in half an hour, okay? So it's like power time. Power hour. Okay. And then we want little ones. And we're going to stack them over top of each other. It's kind of like you're creating this really cool collage. And I really like that circle ones. I love using multi-medium for this. It's really easy to use for this technique, and it holds really, really well. So I encourage you to do that. This technique is very collage-y, all right? So if you're not a collager, this might not be for you. Just saying. Whoops. It's okay. No big deal. Just a little glue. We'll be spraying this anyway, so who cares? All right, just like that. And then we'll use some of the strips. And we're going to apply it just like that. Love it. One more strip, and I really like to use the other side. Exactly. Try it anyway if you're not a collager. I like that. I don't know who just said that, but it's an awesome idea. I didn't read who it was. Oh, my fingers are so sticky. Do you guys know that the one thing I hate on my hands, I don't mind getting my hands dirty, but here's my dirty secret. I flippin' hate glue on my hands. It's like icky for me. Drives me nuts. Honestly, I hate it. It's my awful secret. Okay, just wait. This technique's not done. This is just the start of it. This is how you start creating it. Okay? Don't get ahead of yourselves. You just wait, sisters. You just wait. Okay. I love teaching you guys funky techniques. All right. And just make sure, so for the next step, you want to ensure that all your edges are really down, okay? You don't want to have any edges sticking out. So that's the trick, because as soon as you spray, you guys, they're going to start to warp, right? So you want to make sure that you have enough adhesive on there that they are down. So you just want to make sure of that before you go any further. Okay, so because I really like that swirly thing, that's all I'm going to do on this page, and that's really all you need to do, okay? And so I'm going to close this up so it doesn't dry up. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my heat gun very quickly just to give this a quick dry. Oh, I got my nails done today, that's why. And I get them done in black so that they look nice. And I'm going to CHA, so I have to have nice nails because I'm doing a make and take. That's my excuse, at least. All right. So I dried it up a little bit, and you got to watch, right? Because when you're drying glue, it kind of melts it again, right? So it's kind of a good balance of like drying it, but not melting the glue, right? Okay. So the next thing that you want to do is you want to take any stencil of your choice. And I'm going to grab one of my favorite stencils. And this is a 12 by 12 stencil by the Crafters Workshop, and it's called Paradise, okay? And so I'm going to do this. I'm going to grab it here, and I'm going to grab my modeling paste, which I left somewhere. Where did I leave it? Right here on the floor. I've been using it all week. Bye, Miranda. Are you leaving? Bye, bye, bye. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take this, and this is really fun. Okay. You guys are like, what are you doing? You're like covering half of it. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Okay. Look how fun that, beautiful that is. Okay. And then you can move it around. And Prima has some really beautiful stencils, but you guys know I love my Crafters Workshop stencils too. They're for sure some of my favorite stencils. Okay, it's just like that. Doesn't that look beautiful? Mountain Dew commercial. Oh, Anyway, look how beautiful that is. I love that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. There's a little birdie on here, and I really want that birdie. So we're going to put the birdie up there. Just like that. And I'm going to go put this in the sink. So that it doesn't get all gunky on me. And I'm going to go ahead and dry it really quick. I just put a stencil on and then I put the modeling paste on top. It's called Paradise. No, it was the Crafters Workshop Paradise mask. It does. It looks like a ton of layers, but there's not that much, right? So it's a really fun way to create a really cool background. Okay. So if we don't get this entire page done, that's okay. I really just want to show you how to create this background, which is my biggest goal tonight. Are you taking notes about what? The commercial or the show? I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. All right. So now that this is nice and dry, modeling paste does dry fairly quickly. So as you can tell, let me show you the page again for 1 second. As you can tell on this page, you can't tell the patterns on the actual of the actual paper line, but there is a lot of sprays and you can see there's a whole lot of dimension, right? So that's really what you're going for. So if you have a pattern that you really don't like on your page, don't worry about it because you can spray it and make it look all blendable, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start spraying with my Gregarious Gray. And it is quite transparent spray. And I just kind of drip through the cracks. And I really love how it just kind of gets darker in the cracks and a little bit lighter in other spaces, okay? And then I do want a tiny bit of turquoise, not too much. So I'm going to spray it from quite far so that it doesn't overtake my page. And if I don't like too much, because it's a little bit dark for me, I just blot it with a little bit of my paper towel so that it just gives it a little bit of a hint. And so the next thing that I want to do is I do want a pink. This is not the pink I want though. Right here, this is the Royal Crimson Fire. And I'm just spraying it and saturating as much as I can, and then going in with the gray again. It's like you're saturating your page with color, okay? And then I'm going to take my, what is this? That is the Cape Cod Coral. Okay, a little bit of coral. All right. And then take my heat gun and start to dry a little bit. It's a lot of spray on here. And then I allow it to drip because it creates really funky drip marks on my page, which I love. Aw, thanks. That's awesome. Okay. And then I want to keep adding layers. So this is the trick about this technique, right? You got to keep adding layers. If you find that you're not quite happy with it, you just keep adding one more layer. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dry it just a little bit more because I can feel it's a little bit wet right here. Okay, so now I'm going to add a little bit of a darker color, and this is the Wild Honeysuckle Coral. There's not very much left in the bottle, so I'm hoping it'll work. It's a very used color for me. But see, it is a little bit darker, and I'm going to go ahead with the gray and start to blend those two together. Okay, and then a little bit more, and allow it to drip, because it's really fun when it drips. Okay, and then give it another dry. Do you guys see how the colors start to change now? You do need these masks, girl. I'm gonna send you some. Shauna, I'm the Canadian distributor for Lindy Stamp Gang. So if you live near a store in Canada that wants to carry these products, just let me know and I can supply it for them. Yeah, I am. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you guys that I was the Canadian distributor for Lindy Stamp Gang. I have been for the last year. So I'm going to CHA to represent Fab Scraps and Lindy Stamp Gang. Okay. Uh-oh, my video is stopped. Can everybody see me okay? What do you mean they don't stay mixed? I don't understand. What does that mean? Okay, good. The next thing I do, because I find that it's still not quite tealy enough for me, I want to add a little bit. And I'm going to allow it to drip a little bit, just to give it a hint of something, just like that. I don't want too much. And then I'm going to blend it a little bit with the gray so that it's not so dark. But I do want dark spots a little bit. It just blends so beautifully. Okay. Yes, you do have to shake them up. And so as you noticed, I'm not like swirling them or anything. I like give it. Like, see, now they're all mixed and I can just spray. Like they don't get clogged, which is really fun, right? My number one pet peeve is when things get clogged. Oh, am I frozen now? Yeah, it'll go to the bottom. As soon as you don't use it, just like this one that I just finished using, there's some on the bottom, so you got to shake it up again, right? So, of course, the shimmer will always settle to the bottom, so you just have to go ahead and shake it up. Oh my God. Only my husband calls me a goddess. That's it. So, you know. Little typos. I know. All right. So because we didn't use very concentrated sprays, we used some lighter colors. Sorry, I had to take a sip of my coconut water. Then you can still see the images pretty well. But if you actually are here in front of me, I don't know if you guys can see. This is the most shimmery page I've ever seen. It's ridiculous. I don't think the camera even captures the shimmer, but it is like crazy. Oh, did you, Shauna? Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll be at this. I'll be at the Fab Scrap booth doing make and takes with Lindy Stamp Gang. So I can't wait to see your projects. So for those of you that don't know, Shauna and I are on the design team for Fab Scraps together. So really awesome. Okay, so the next thing, so that's that for that part of the technique. And then what I did is I took, let me show you. This is cheesecloth, okay? So let me show you the page again so that you can see. Under the embellishments and under the frame, there's a ton of cheesecloth that I kind of put underneath, right? And then on here, right? And kind of everywhere. So it's all done with cheesecloth. So I just took it up and I started ripping it up, right? So I took a piece and I made a slit with my scissors, and then on that slit, I just ripped it. Okay. And so it creates that really fun, really? I find it at the grocery store. Oh, strange. And then I wanted a little, go ahead and spray it with the gray and a little bit of the teal, not too much, and then a little bit of the darker pink so that it pops out. Okay, just like that. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. Okay, and then I can go ahead and give this a dry. And if you bunch it all together, it dries a little bit easier. Yeah, like Walmart, you can get it anywhere. Medical gauze is not as thin, so it works, but I find actual cheesecloth a little bit easier to work with. I do have a lot of medical gauze which I've used, but I don't like it as much as cheesecloth. Oh yeah, Lindy Stamp Gang sells it actually. Fusible webbing. You can get on the Lindy Stamp Gang website. We sell fusible webbing. That is just awesome. Okay, so I'm going to apply this here in a moment. And then what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm actually going to grab my photo next. I'm not going to use a frame like I did in the last one. I really like this photo right here. It does have a little bit of blue, so I'm not sure it works, but let me see if I have another one that's a little bit better. You could use this one. I kind of like that one, but hang on. Hang on, I'm just seeing if I have one more black and white one. Ooh, there's this one too, but it doesn't quite go. That one goes, that's fine. It's good enough. It's good enough, I think. It gives it a kind of a kick. And so I'm actually going to stick it more towards the bottom. And this is kind of going to frame my photo. Okay. And then what I did in that last page is, that you didn't see, I took my Prima tool and I distressed my photo on all the edges. Okay. And I'm totally killing my mat right now, but that's okay. I need a new one anyway. So that's all right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray a little bit, and then I'm going to take it and apply some on the edges that I distressed to match it up. So I've got some pink here too, so that's what I'm doing. And so it'll soak up on the parts that I distressed. I know, but you know what? It's fine. It's not a big deal. Okay, so now it matches a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to apply that, and then you can now start to embellish your page. And that's really the technique that I used on that one page. There's really not much to it, right? So I'm going to embellish this really quick. I want to finish this in less than 10 minutes. So, because I know so many of us have to get stuff done, including me. I'll be pulling an all-nighter tonight. I still have 2 conference calls that I have to be on. So that's not good. Not good. And coaching calls and all that kind of stuff. So I've got a long night ahead of me. Cool. So glad you love this. It's really fun to play with. And my glue is really sucky, but I don't want to use hot glue on my photo because it'll ruin my photo, right? But I will use some for the cheesecloth so that it kind of sticks down. It is really, really fun to play with. And then you can, and then you can stretch it really high so that you can put your flowers underneath it. And I am probably going to stretch it out so that when I do flowers, the cheesecloth can kind of stick out of the flowers a little bit. So let me grab some flowers, which I moved to the side right here. And let's see here. I want to see if I can find some different ones. I really like this big one. I call it my vintage Prima. Vintage Prima. This one's called Fiesta Flower Glaze. It's old. It's an oldie but goodie. An oldie but goodie. Look, it comes with the little pins. Isn't that cute? And so what I'd like to do is I'd like to spray it a little bit. And I'm going to give it a hint of the Cape Cod Coral, just to give it a little bit more pink and corally. Okay. And then a little bit of blue here and there. Okay, just like that. And I don't want too much, so I'm going to spray a little bit more gray. I just saturated this puppy. Oh, really? I love my hot glue gun. All right. All right, just like that. Isn't that beautiful? I love that flower. Love that flower. And here we have our gorgeous leaves. Gorgeous pink leaves. I'm going to use this beautiful, all these beautiful ones. I just love them. Love them. Look how beautiful that is. Yeah, we're going to use that one right there with that leaf right here. Just like that. Tuck that right underneath there. And then we're going to use, where's my other flowers? Where'd they go? Here they are. They left me for a moment. I'm going to tuck that one underneath as well. Just like that. And I do want some teal ones, right? So we're going to add some right here. And I do want some going all the way to the top there. So I'm going to grab some of these ones, which we've used before. They're called Sarah 561826. Okay. Oh yeah, I did use drywall tape in there as well. You're right. I completely forgot. So I did. I put drywall tape and then I used the stencils, which made it look even cooler. Totally forgot. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, yes, yes. What I like to do is sometimes I like to stick some of these stems on there because it makes it look like there's an actual Prima vine, right? Which, how many of you just love your Prima vines? I do, I do. Let me cut that little piece off though. Hang on. There we go. And then I can go ahead and put some little leaves on there, if I can find them. I think I'm going to use some I Am Roses leaves. I know. Some of these white I Am Roses leaves, because they're little. So I can go ahead and cut them in half, right? And have them kind of come out. I can spray this too if I wanted to, but I kind of like the white because she's got some white on there. So I can spray it with a little bit of pink later. And then kind of like that. But see how you can kind of see the cheesecloth coming out, which is really, really pretty. And so we do need a leaf for that. So I'm thinking maybe, is there any small ones left here? Sometimes I just like to dump everything out to see what I've got. Oh, here's a little teal one. That might work. Yeah, I like that little teal one. As you know, I cut my leaves in half, which goes a long way for your leaves. And so here, I think I want one more little one. Where do I want it? I kind of want it like somewhere right there. Just like that. Okay. All right. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And my photo is not quite sticking. I know I'm going to use hot glue. It's like a big no-no. But that's okay. I'm willing to take the risk. It's my art journal. I'm willing to take the risk. All right, so I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my amazing Junkyard Findings. I love these. And I like Liv, because for her, she's just like, Ava lives a full life. She's just full of funk. She really lives life to the fullest. And as you can see, I'm cutting this very carefully because I'm going to show you, for those of you that missed one of the shows, we created with the packaging, we created this really cool hot air balloon out of using the packaging. Okay, so that's why I'm keeping them. Okay, so I love these. You just keep them behind. Yeah. And then I like to stick it like right there, or I could stick it like right here. What do you guys think? On the top or on the side? The holes are right here. Yeah. So the holes are right here, so I can still punch it through. On the side? Okay. And what's really cool about this is that you can actually go ahead and erase this and use a rub-on and put a new word if you wanted to, which is really funky. Funky, funky. All right. All right. Oh, top. Oh, well, I put it on the side. We can put something else on the top, but I don't have too much time. I got to get going, you guys. So let's on the top, we could do one of these cute little pins, but I don't know if I have one for this collection. Let's see. I don't think I do. That's okay. I can keep embellishing later, but I really wanted to show you that technique. This is what we've done so far. I'll probably do some journaling or something like that on the top. But that is it for tonight, you guys. We just did 2 pages. Page 1, very simple, right? Not too crazy. And then this one right here. Okay. So lots of fun new techniques, right? So I thank you so much for watching. Next Tuesday, there will not be a show because I will be at CHA. So no show next week, all right? So thank you so much for watching, you guys. There were so many on tonight. I know Ustream was a little bit hard to handle, but yeah, thank you for sticking it out and joining me anyway. I love you all. Oh, and do you want me to show you? Oh, I don't have enough time to show you all my projects. Maybe, yeah, I just don't have time. So that's all you get. All right, you guys, have an awesome week, and I will see you when I get back. All right, good night.